Hi there, I'm Nicole Lee with Health, Beauty, and More. And I'd like to talk to you a little more about cannabidiol, CBD. Its cannabinoids are derived from the hemp plant, and its actual term is cannabis sativa. That's the name of the plant, the Latin name. It has a lot of benefits and components that may be effective in treating different ailments, some very serious ones like cancer, certain kinds of cancer, tumors, epilepsy, chronic pain, nausea, spasms, seizures, psychosis, and often people are just looking for tension release or anxiety release, and that the oil, CBD oil, has been known to help this disorder. Social anxiety is a type of anxiety where you have anxiety around people, and the more people, the more noise, the more anxious one would get. And that's another way to cope, is by getting medical marijuana in the form of CBD oil. It's not like smoking a joint, and it's perfectly legal. Also, it's very helpful for a lot of different pain sufferers because it has some anti-inflammatory effects that helps your muscles to relax. Like during exercise, it keeps them from getting overly tense. It's very important to get high-grade organic CBD, because if you don't know your supplier who manufactured it and grew it himself, and you don't know if it has any toxins in it, then you need to find out about that. It needs to be organic so it doesn't pull out the toxins in the soil underneath it where it was originally grown. There's a lot of ongoing studies right now with children who have epilepsy and using CBD oil on that. There's studies going on all over, lab studies. As far as the federal government goes, they're not at all happy about it because they don't want to get involved with that at this point. I don't believe they see any profit in the pharmaceutical companies if they do get involved with this remarkable plant and its benefits. But it's been around for so many years, many 5,000-year-old botanical plant, the hemp plant, and as a little history, 1850s until 1937, cannabis was used by doctors to treat a lot of different problems. George Washington actually grew cannabis, and that was his main crop at Mount Vernon. What the FDA has approved is a substance called Marinol, which is a synthetic type of marijuana, or a form of THC, which stands for tetrahydrocannabinol. Tetra means four. Hydra, I believe, has to do with moisture, and cannabinoid, we were talking about cannabinoid already, so you know that's part of the structure and what is contained in the actual name of the plant, the hemp plant. Now, the synthetic form of THC that we were talking about, Marinol, back in the 50s through 1850 to 1937, was used a lot of times for nausea, vomiting, which they found to be quite common in cancer patients who are getting chemotherapy. It's a common side effect. And another thing they were using it for was for people that had anorexia. and those were usually people that had AIDS and lost their appetite, became a lot of times anorexic. So this was allowed for them by the federal government during these years. In the United States, California is the first state to actually legalize medical marijuana. Proposition 215, and that was the year of 1996. So cannabidiol, or CBD, is found in the hemp plant. It does not get you high, yet it does possess all the qualities that help in effecting remedies of the symptoms such as cancer, epilepsy, anxiety, pain, nausea, and a bunch more that we can't go through the whole list, but there's a lot of them that I haven't even mentioned. Actually, your body produces a fair amount of cannabinoids, cannabinoids. There we go, cannabinoids. I knew that was going to happen. Like CBD and THC, we have this cannabinoid receptors all throughout our body, and the CBD has been shown to be low in toxicity and fairly safe. Not to say that it's not going to have, if it has some toxins because it was grown improperly and not organic, then you're getting toxic things from the plant. But you want to avoid those sources and go to only the ones that are pure, and take care to harvest things naturally, not using any pesticides and things like that that would be harmful to your body. But it's not an addictive substance either. So all of these things help you in a lot of ways. I hope I can have answered some of your questions. And if you have any more, I'll research them for you. Just put it in the reply and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible on that. I did purchase some through a company. I'm not going to name it, but you can Google it, and it is for sale. And it does usually come in a little bottle about this high, with a squeezy, whatever you call those, squeeze it things, with a glass tube at the bottom, or a plastic tube. I think the glass, but the way I do it is under the tongue. You would put a dropper full in there and swish it around and hold it for about a half a minute or up to a minute if you can. Usually they taste very good because they've come out with a lot of different natural oils, and like cloves and cinnamon, and even flavors like orange icicle or orange creamsicle that actually are palate friendly. So I hope this helped you and you got something out of this. Thank you for watching. It's Nicole Lee, Health, Beauty, and More. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.